Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to show number 40 with the Hippie Pastor. That would be me. Hey, you like my flag? This is the flag of Puerto Rico. This is the flag of Puerto Rico, see? Puerto Ricans became U.S. citizens in 1898, for your ignorant information. 1898 Puerto Ricans became U.S. citizens. Okay? It was used as the United States won the war with Spain and declared it a military base, and therefore all Puerto Ricans were declared U.S. citizens in 1898. So don't give me I don't want to hear nothing about Puerto Ricans. You better learn your history and learn your geography. Don't die in ignorance. Don't die in ignorance, my friend. Show 40. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got a real exciting show full of good news. Now, I'm kind of pissed off. I'm a bit upset that I've been hearing that fundamentalists, evangelical Christians, have been condemning, accusing, judging people that having for sexual fornication. What is sexual fornication? I don't know. Ask the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Californication. Californication. All right, California. Hot sex. Californication. Hot. Cali. Anyway, hey, what's wrong with a little sex, man? Who created sex? Satan? Lucifer? No. God Jehovah. He made the plan, Adam and Eve and the birds and the bees. And now, just to prove my point, that there's nothing wrong with good, loving, clean sex, even without being married, between consensual people of consensual situations, that this is what I'm going to say. This is in the book of Solomon, the great Solomon, my hero, one of my greatest heroes of the Old Testament, the King Solomon, till the day he went to heaven. Everything he did was perfect. And he said in Song of Solomon, I recommend you study Song of Solomon, Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 3. Here goes the first. I'm going to read you the end of that verse. It's a verse. It's only a verse. Chapter 2, verse 3. I'm going to read you the end of the verse. The end of the verse says, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. See, it's a woman talking. I guess one of his wives. I don't know. He let him participate in the writings of the Bible. Okay, last part of that verse, it says, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. Now, what kind of fruit do you think they were talking about here? A lemon fruit? Mango? Bananas? No, bananas a vegetable. Memorize that. And his fruit was sweet to my taste. I think he was talking about another fruit that the man has that is sweet to the woman's taste. Exactly the way women's fruit is sweet to the man's taste. God created this with it's a holy thing. It's the greatest expression of love. Just like two people tongue kissing, or French kissing as they call it. It's kind of weird though, sticking your tongue in somebody else's mouth, that's an expression. But obviously it's an expression of submission, and here I am, I'm all yours. Oh wait, I forgot. Here, this flower is not mine, it's for you. Catch it if you can. Okay, so now we're going to read the whole verse. Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 3. As the apple tree among the trees of the wood, so is my beloved among the sons. I sat down under his shadow with great delight, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. There you have it. Okay, so no more accusing and judging these people that are having fornicational sex even before marriage. It's okay as long as it's done in respect, in mutual consent, and with love, and with gratefulness to our Creator. And we shall continue with the show. Yes, sir, Bob. Here we go. Okay, so we're embarking on the words of Jesus. We're taking a tour through the words of Jesus, the red letters, mind you. And right now we are going to begin. We're not going to read the entire 4 Gospels. We're just going to read the red letters, the words of Jesus. So the red letters in the 4 Gospels, the first Gospel is the book of Matthew. That's the one we're going to begin studying. And so it begins with chapter 3, verse 15. And Jesus answering said unto him, Suffer it to be so now, for thus it becometh us to fulfill all righteousness. Then he suffered him. Okay, John the Baptist, Jesus' first cousin, John the Baptist, was also a revolutionary rebel against the organized religion. And he was out there in the river baptizing, and he would also accusing the Pharisees of being hypocrites. He was a revolutionary, just like our Lord. And so he was in the river baptizing people. The Pharisees came to look too, because they wanted to try to catch him, or I don't know, because supposedly he wasn't authorized by the organized fundamentalist church of his day, just like me. I haven't been recognized by the organized Christian religion fundamentalists. They shun me. They've shunned me from their meetings. When there's worldwide international theological conventions on Bible doctrine, guess who is not invited? Me. That's okay. I'd rather hang out in the bar, having a beer with the sinners and the homies, and chilling. There you go. Okay. So anyway. And so, Jesus went there because he wanted to be baptized by his cousin, all in the family. It's all in the family. And so, but his cousin didn't want to do it. John didn't want to do it. John said, no, I have need for you to baptize me. You are the Messiah. You are Jesus. You're the great one. I cannot baptize you. You should be baptizing me. And Jesus said, as that verse, we're going to repeat it. And Jesus answering and said unto him, Suffer it to be so now. In other words, allow this. For thus it becometh us to fulfill all righteousness. Then he suffered him. Okay, very important to note that then he let him do it. Is that we're into the King James Version here of the Bible, man. If you don't like it, take a hike, man, because this is the best interpretation I have found. Them new versions, they're watered down, watered down is what, and they've lost their inspiration. The King James Version of the Bible, which was written in the 1600s, and is where the English was in its purest form, and it might teach you a little education in the English language once you get used to it. Other than that, it's poetic and inspiring. So that's the first verse there. Jesus, had John the Baptist baptizing him. How significant! How significant! Ladies and gentlemen, I got a meeting. I got somewhere to go, somewhere to be. I love you people. Be blessed, and may God protect you and speak to you. Listen with your spiritual ears. God has a voice, and He's not in church. There's no temple made with hands. He is on the beach, in nature, anywhere, really. Love you guys. Peace and love.